What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wizards Outlook. Tough one for Washington tonight. For much of the night, it- they did things correctly. Pascal Siakam goes off. He leads the second half rallies. The Raptors top the Wizards 111 to 107. Um, Ray, I definitely want to hear what you have to say about this, but I'm just going to try to help paint the picture a little bit for anybody who didn't watch the game. The Wizards were up at the half by double digits. They were up by as many as 23 in the third quarter. They were up by as many as 16 with 6 minutes left in the fourth. They did not make a field goal for the last 7:25 of the game. The Raptors were on a 21-1 run to close the game, which meant that the 23-point lead was blown. Also, the Raptors did not have the services of OG Anunoby or Gary Trent. The floor is yours, sir.
76 points in the paint given up. That'll do it. Um, yeah, man, it's they how they faded down the stretch last night. They came back tonight and said, "Hold my beer," because this one was worse because they were in firm control for the entire game, and they gave it up in 5.5 minutes. Um, yeah, I honestly have no words. It was actually impressive the way they were able to lose this game. Um, and folks that talk about West every game, he gave you one because I don't know why Gaff wasn't in for that long stretch. That yeah, that and he was playing well, so wasn't in foul trouble. So I don't, I just didn't understand that decision, but still a lot of blame to go around for a collapse like this. That lone decision wasn't the deciding factor. I mean, I just don't understand, man. For 43 minutes, you did everything you could have done to win the game. We got composed coups tonight. Like I don't, he him and Pascal just kind of went back and forth. That's kind of what you it's kind of what you want, just to kind of cancel the other guy out. The bench came in, did their thing for about the third or fourth game in a row. Koulibaly had another solid outing. I like to look with Koulibaly and Denny in there together defensively. That I look forward to seeing that more often. But man, down the stretch, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's just a lack of mental toughness, man. You just collapse like that. Even after the Raptors came out, kind of got them on their heels in the third. But Wizards took that and responded, stretched the lead back out even further. I'm thinking they're in good position here. They withstood the run, and then got control of the reins back. But little did I know the fourth quarter was upon us. Uh, and that's tough, man. And defensively in the first half, they were solid, man. Then in the third quarter, you know, teams go on runs. Basketball's a game of runs. We all know that. Toronto came out in the third quarter, kind of picked it up offensively, scored 36, but still Wizards escaped that and were in control of the game. Fourth quarter though, they lost 30-16. Um, yeah, you got to be better than that. Like you said, man, no field goals for the last 7 minutes. Yeah, it's really no words, man. I just and 76 points in the paint. I
It's,
got to be
it's,
better than that, man. Like if I guess they're finding creative ways to to show people that they lack size on the interior. Because the last two games they've just been giving up offensive rebounds left and right. This game they just said, forget the offensive rebounds, just go ahead and score the first time. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm at a loss. Hopefully we don't see this again. But given recent events, I just had no faith in that.
Yeah, this one was tough because we've been talking about the boxes they haven't checked recently in the last couple games. They checked some quality. They had some quality boxes checked in this game. A third through it? Like you were almost there. Um, like you said, they were up 64-45 at the half. Obviously, it's NBA. Someone's gonna make a run. So like you withstood that a little bit, but 60 to be outscored 66-43 in the second half. That was it. What was you said? They had 16 in the fourth. They got outscored 30-16 in the fourth. And mind you, typically when we watch games swing, these days in the league, somebody got hot from three. No, not in this one, not at all. Toronto hit 4 threes and came back from down 23. And then Washington turned the ball over 22 times. Things you could ill afford to do. But this was tough because we can't point to a sequence in which Toronto just hit like 5 straight threes and it was like, oh, timeout. They're getting hot. That's typically how things happen in today's NBA, right? Shot of Pascal Siakam was a tough shot he hit that eventually turned into being the game winner. And then watching this you talk about the mental toughness from an execution standpoint late to not get a shot off is it's unacceptable with some of the folks you have on the floor. Like that, you should be able to get a shot off.
But not only that, to not get a shot off and then allow a basket while your star players arguing with the coach about challenging an out of bounds call. Like, what are you doing? My bad, man. But this is frustrating, bro. Like, I don't get it.
You gave up a 23-point lead to a team. They shot 50 from the floor, 19 from 3, and 68 from the line. But they got to the line because they were in the paint that much. And credit to Toronto for you're tasked with finding a way to win, right? They found a way. They got some help, but they found a way. And for Washington, no one would get to the line to kind of like stop the bleeding. The last 7 minutes, no one could kind of just slow things down just a little bit. Because you had a great cushion before, like there was a cushion on top of a cushion before it was like panic button, and it's just hard to accept. And even then, again on the glass, while Toronto didn't, they broke this streak of teams getting 20 plus offensive rebounds, they were right there at 15. Like this second chance points is an issue. And tonight, except it being leading to kick out threes and things like that, which is in the paint. You said 70, 75 in the paint?
76. Yeah.
76. Was it last year when Denver was like knocking on?
They had like 98 or 99.
They have like 2 of those games. Like, yeah, like you said, the words to use is that's tough, man. And then I see y'all in the comment section. We're gonna get to it. Y'all ready to go to war in the comment section already, right. Player of the game. I feel like we know it. Yeah.
Siakam.
Again, I hate being a person to bring this up, but Pascal Siakam. X factor you have for tonight's game?
I go Scotty Barnes, man, just for he had a solid night stats wise, but the thing that always stands out to me is his versatility and his disruptiveness on the defensive end. That's how he's going to make his living.
All right, now for the hard part. If you're ready, we'll jump into these comments. Man. All right, we'll start with Michael Kirksey. What's going on? I do not know. We've been trying to put words to it. Ray, you're free to answer this if you found any.
You give up 76 points in the paint. That's how you blow it, and have 22 turnovers.
Man, God Jamil Love said tough one. Watch from District E. Yeah, it was tough. That was tough to watch again for much of the game. The stuff we've been talking about, asking them, asking to see. You got a bunch of it, and then everything went to hell. I'm sorry, I don't have a better technical term, but everything went to hell late.
Like, it was cool for 43 minutes. I was enjoying it, but then, Lord, it got dark quick.
So very quick. Michael Kersey said, "Bring Poole off the bench so he can play 6-man scoring." You had that one.
My man just looked like he's checked out. To be perfectly honest, I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I mean, look, as one of the guys from a salary perspective, coming off the bench, you had to thug your way through all this, and that's for all the stars. You had to, it's professional sports. You play a big role in how you actually have some control over what happens. So, but they as a team gave up a 23-point lead. They as a team went 7 minutes and 25 seconds without scoring a field goal. In a game they had under control for much of the night. And again, I'm still stuck on this 19% from three. Is what the other team shot. But Area 11 team, I'm not trying to go off so his hashtag or their hashtag, sorry, subpar for summer. All right. Real Live just said, okay, y'all have fun, let us good. Man, look, when it started turning the other way, it was a slow turn because, again, it didn't come from a barrage of threes. Like, it was like that slow, gradual walk down in a war movie. Like, it was just a slow, gradual, methodical walk down. Hey, look, man, performances like this make, like, what'd you say earlier about, with West, a lot of people go to West, obviously, when anything goes wrong, just in professional sports, everyone does look to the coach a little bit more than players. This is one of the ones where everyone got to wear this one. This is everybody. Just as a whole, man, this is tough. The coach lost a game. The coach lost his game in many more games. All right, so I guess my answer was preceding this one here. They work in tandem, So, Area 11 said not after that they. Oh wow, okay. So you guys have hit that portion of the evening that quick. All right. It's an ugly loss, but I don't know if that's gonna get that done like tonight. I don't think that's happening. Anthony Tony was going on. I could be wrong. I don't think that's happening tonight, y'all. Like, I don't think that's. There's a lot of people that need that shit is blame for this, man. Like
I don't. So was West cool when they was up 23? Like I got it. I mean, at some point, the people on the floor gotta have the most impact on the outcome of the game. Like
I agree with you with the gaff point earlier.
Yeah, but that outside of that, I mean, come on, man. 22 turnovers. That's West's fault.
Yeah, they. All right, so this is all right. This is gonna irk me. All right, so Tyus has 0.
Mm-hmm.
Tyus had 0 turnovers. What was going on late that everybody not named Tyus had the rock to do all of these things? Again, going into some of the issues there is, like you said, you got the only thing I think Kuz, for the most part, well, even Siakam had 6 turnovers too. So they really did legit, like low-key, almost cancel each other out. But you were up 20-something. You couldn't afford 6 turnovers. Then he couldn't afford 4. Poole couldn't afford 4. Like, the second unit is the second unit, but what they have 6 as a whole. As a whole, they had 6.
Mm-hmm.
That group that closed the game, you got to take better care of the ball. Just as a whole, you have to take better care of the ball. How do you play good basketball most of the night? Yeah, I don't. That's the thing Ray's frustrated about.
Like it just was an immediate switch. Like, all right, man, we've had enough. We've had enough success for this evening. Let's do something else.
Man, that was a tough way to lose one. Then knowing what's coming up next, that was a tough one. What's coming to the building on Wednesday? All right, Michael Kersey's not having the West stuff. I'm just gonna put these up here. I'm not gonna read them all the way out. Because again, so as you said, Ray, you and Cardell mentioned several times. If the coach is terrible, how do they get a lead? So, like, does the game plan never work? Is it always bad, or is it just when stuff doesn't work out? Like, when do you divvy up the, Area 11C, something like Denny and Dunch too? He's not afraid to go left, and DeBro forget his entire skill set in 8 games. I don't know. I think some of it's just the Raptors' length. Like, some of it, I can't speak for all of it, but Denny has been pretty good offensively, creating space, hitting a mid-range jumper, getting to the bucket. Also think, what's it called? He's probably should have took a couple more shots instead of passing. He was 4-7.
Right.
I think that's probably just one of those things where, predetermined to make a move or deciding to play make at times when they needed you to go get a bucket.
Maybe he should have been 6 for 13. Like, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, 9, 8, 6 on 4 and 7. Like, again, my only issue is maybe he didn't shoot enough, and then the turnovers. Bro, Kuzma's. We've talked about the defense with him like last year. That's something we've touched on many times. Ray, you're free to go there. I'm not tonight.
Beating a dead horse, man.
And this is something you alluded to earlier, just where it was Gaff in the second half. Yeah, that's the part where I think you can raise the question to Wes is if they're doing everything inside, like you have one interior deterrent, just one.
Like literally just one.
He needs to be out there. That's Wizard fans can be tripping and be high, forgive them, keep blaming Wes. He can't make them slide their feet. He cannot. They are all grown individuals. I think this is a rant, so let me just put this up here. Can't stop turnovers happening. Like, what do y'all be looking at? When we up, West gets no credit. When we lose, he needs to get fired. End of the game, crunch time. Let's T. Jones run a PG as he should. Like, I think that was my issue a little bit. Is down the stretch, you went to bring ties here because that's the safe place. That's the safe. And it wasn't in his hands for the most part. Like, that was the thing. Like, how do you not have a turnover against this defense? But everybody else had countless.
Multiple.
Like, I got some point, like, just for the most part, it's vets in that starting group, right? Just having this self-awareness, like, if I got to do it, and he's going to get you to rock. It's not like you playing, like, he's not a jack or anything at the one.
Right.
Just let him do what he does so it's easier for everybody else. But it's a tough L, man. And here we go. Exactly. Then he showcased a mid-range jumper for 2 games and doesn't use it again. I think sometimes with players that play make a bit, I think sometimes like some folks have issues balancing the hats at times. Mm-hmm. And I just think that's some of it, honestly. I don't even think it's too big of a thing. I just think that some of it is like when they're decisive in which hat they choose to wear, they're cool. When they're in the middle, it's like the worst of both worlds. And I think this was one of the nights tonight. I think Denny was in the middle in previous games. He was just decisive. It was like, I got space, giving you a bucket. I'm open. I'm knocking down a 3. Just not decisive. Because Jones does what all conservative point guards do on this team: just give the ball to score and go stand in the corner. Hey, man. Just because someone gives you the ball doesn't mean you have to shoot it. That'd be my only two cents there. That's it. Like, some point, like sometimes you got to hold everybody accountable too. Like, if it's a good shot, by all means, take it. If it's not, You play what? Almost everybody else on the floor, not named Gaff, could put the ball on the floor to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Swing the ball. Just feel like a lot of people try to literally make the play tonight on offense for somebody else when you ain't had to. Especially late. You didn't have to. Like, I think it was late in the game. I think Denny slid into the lane and decided he was passing before even anything happened. And other times we seen him get right there and just go up. But just like it was a group effort tonight. I think one of the another silver lining for, if there is a silver lining, your first round pick had another solid game. You got 10-7, 3-3 from Bilal with the block. I don't know how much that means to y'all, but that's all I got as far as a silver lining. That's all we got. But for Ray and myself, we'll see y'all soon. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. Again, it's a very tough loss, but Washington will prepare.
Don't get no easier.
What is it, Dallas on Wednesday?
Yeah. Dallas on Wednesday. I think the Knicks on Friday, and then the Bucks on Monday.
Which makes the ones like this hurt that much more, because it was certainly more than a winnable game for much of the night. Y'all have a good one.